Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Hearthstone. Today we are going to be continuing our tour of the pre-Journey to Un'Goro meta by playing around with all of our decks before the standard rotation changes. We're playing 2 matches with everyone, seeing how we do. So far we have done Gangadin and 1 match of Jade Shaman. We're going to go ahead and do our second Jade Shaman match today. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump in and see how we do.
Troll versus Valera.
Watch your back.
For Doomhammer.
Okay, looks like we got a rogue. This should be interesting. I don't need the Lightning Storm. I will take the Jade Claws. And this could be worse. Could be better, though. We get to go first, and we will be doing nothing. What do you got, Rogue? I don't see a ton of Rogue play, honestly, and they're probably my least favorite class, so I'm always interested to see what people are doing. Do you think a Jade Rogue? Is this going to be a Jade off? It'd be cool if Jade Golems stacked, like, across the board, so, like, an opponent would have a higher power and toughness Jade Golem if I had played 3 so far. But I suppose it's a balancing act. We will definitely go ahead and open with a Jade Claws. I love it. Get a Golem turn 1 and get that ramp started right off the bat. That's one of the reasons I really love the Shaman Jade Golem deck type, because unlike Rogue, for example, which has like the Jade Shuriken, it's not as dependent on what your opponent's doing. Okay, so here we will... Do we want to just Maelstrom Portal? Let's just Maelstrom Portal. Well, he's a Rogue, actually. He's going to have some low toughness guys coming out, so... I'll just go ahead and ping it, and we can just totem up. Especially since we got 2 things from below in our hand, we should start building, or reducing the mana cost ASAP. Which is just fine. Actually, I'm very happy with how this hand has turned out. I know it's heavily geared towards 5 mana, however, I'm hoping he's going to play a minion or 2 this turn and we can Maelstrom them, because this could always be a Rogue deck or a Murloc deck. I don't know if there's a Murloc deck for Rogues, but it may be a Pirate deck. Sorry, that's what I was going to say. Oh no, it is Jade. Okay, interesting. See, and that's what I'm talking about. With the Jade Shurikens being dependent, he just had to throw away that Jade Shuriken to some extent there, which I'm not into. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and Maelstrom Portal and then hit the other one with our Claws, which is fine. Who knows, though? Maybe we'll get something with Charge out of the Maelstrom. No, that's okay. Boop. And then we will continue to work towards our things from below. Next turn, we can drop our first one, which is awesome. Yeah, so this is going to be interesting. It's a Jade off. I do not have all of the Jade Golem cards in this deck, but I have a good number of them. It'll be interesting to see which of us has the better Jade Golem deck. I'll be very curious, actually, to see if we lose against this, just because I hate the Jade Rogue deck type, but maybe it's better than I think it is. We could also just Azure Drake here, which is actually really tempting. But the thing from below... Well, he's got no minions or anything. Let's just Azure Drake. We don't need the taunt quite yet, I don't think. Famous last words, I know. But, I think that the spell power might benefit us a little bit more in this deck. There's a fair amount of control in here, and also we have those arcane claws that benefit directly from spell power. And we got to eat an Eviscerate there, which isn't too bad. Let's see. We got a Manatide Totem. We can actually totem and thing from below here, which is not the worst thing in the world. I think it's probably the best play, in fact. So let's go ahead and do that. Boop, boop. I realize I could have reversed those orders, but who cares? And then we'll ping this guy for 1. Awesome. Yeah, there was not really any point in playing the totem first there, because we had nothing to spend the extra 1 mana we would have had left over. Boop. I'd like to see some cards that are have effects dependent on like how much mana your opponent has left untapped at the end of their turn. I think it'd be cool if you could like have cards that punish people for using all of their mana, or perhaps for not using all their mana. Like, imagine how sweet it would be if it was like deal 1 damage per unused mana they have, or something like that. Awesome, and there's a Spirit Claws right after we needed it. No, but we're good. We can Azure Drake into it. So we'll go ahead and Spirit Claws, Azure Drake, and we can knock this 5-3 out ourselves. And 3-2 we can take out with our Taunt, which is a bit of a bummer, but I think it's okay. We already took away his both of his Jade Shurikens, so I'm not too worried about him pinging this guy down. If he does, it'll be with like an Assassinate or an Eviscerate, which is just fine if he wants to burn one of those on just a thing from below. We have another in our hand anyways. I'm thinking too, I mean, God, this is a pretty hilarious hand. I'm thinking about trying to get some Mana Tides down next turn because I'd like to get our draw going. At the moment, we're doing pretty well in terms of, like, I like this hand composition, but I really need more Jade cards, is the thing. Shiv. Are you shiving my... Uh-oh. No, that was just random. Okay, that was weird. Whatever. We can hit this and take 5, which is actually going to be worth it, because we have these Jinyu, so I'm going to just do it. It's super efficient for us. We get to keep all of our creatures on the board. And then we will also go ahead and lay our first Jinyu. And then we have another 4 mana. Let's drop a thing from below. Well, we already have a thing from below. Maybe we shouldn't tempt fate. Let's, of course, drop a Mana Tide so we can get some draw going. Good lord, this rogue should just leave the game. This is barely even a Jade Golem play right now. We're just crushing him with regular old Shaman deck. We had 2 Jade cards so far this game, and they've amounted to very little. Oh hey, he got some efficiency from that. I mean, I'm going to Spirit Clause again next turn anyways, but he got some efficiency. There's the other Eviscerate. So that's both of his Eviscerates accounted for. We're going to just Hex this thing. This is just mean. I feel bad a little bit. Let's go ahead and Spirit Clause. We'll Hex the 4/5. Let's Bran, because Bran is great. Take out this guy with our 1/2. 3/2 can go down with our 6. We'll hit for 4, and another 3. God damn. This is brutal. This is why I love the Jade Shaman deck. I'm gonna miss this. This is the one, well, this is one of 2 parts of this meta that I'm a giant fanboy for. You guys know I love the Dragon meta right now as well, which we're gonna be starting up with tomorrow. I think we'll probably start with the Dragon Priest. But, seriously, I'm kind of sad that I didn't stumble onto the Jade Shaman a little bit earlier in the meta, just because I really found out about this about a month ago, and that's when I built this deck, and I've been having a total blast with it ever since. But for some reason, I just didn't really think that it would be really powerful compared to, say, like Jade Druid, for example. And maybe that's just because first glance at the Jade cards for the Druid just seemed more, they seemed to synergize more with the class. But who knows? This has got to be too little too late. We can deal 3, 7, 9. We can deal 9 damage this turn. And then, can we deal any direct damage? Well, we can Novice Engineer here to draw 2 cards, which we'll do. And hope that we pull Jade Lightning? No. That's okay. Nothing with charge, so it's going to be 1 more turn. Whatever. What we'll do instead is play a Jade Spirit and another Jinyu Water Speaker, I think. Oh, we can't because we filled our board. Hilarious. That's okay. Let's Lightning Storm. So you can't have any minions and then in the face. Hooray! I know that was a ridiculous waste of a Lightning Storm, but I'm really not concerned. Even if he plays a ton of minions, I can double devolve them, so yeah. Not too worried. Alright. Coming through with as much control as he can, but my friend, this game is long over. See, he's made what I think is a fatal mistake with these decks, which is he's got way too much control in his deck. He had Assassinate, Backstab, Shiv, and Eviscerate. And that's like, that's a little bit too much, I think, you guys. I mean, that's the point where you're gonna start running out of minions, which is what happened in this game. He didn't have anything to have the staying power on the board. Anyways, though, enough lecturing. That is going to do it for our run of the Jade Shaman deck type. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I always do. If you guys did, please be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below so that I know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys next time.